I played under 22. I got 4 ducks and it was a disaster for me. I went and told the selectors, please drop me. Me and Shikhar opening together, the way he was handling pressure and the way he was singing his Punjabi songs. He was saying, chatt, 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 tana, something all this thing. I like, dude, what are you doing? Playing for the state was the biggest dream for me. Because I fought for it, I had that dream in front of me. I walked the streets of Chennai with that dream every day. And when the cap came to me, it was such a special feeling. MS as a captain has always given me a clear picture about how to go about things, assess the situation and take the game on. Always put the team ahead of your own performances.
As you played so much cricket for the country, for the state, then IPL, achieved so many brilliant milestones. Still, any regrets? कुछ लगता है यार मैं ये कर लेता उस time पे.
I could have played a little more longer.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel Find Way with Taruwar Kohli. Today with me there's a very special guest who's been the monk on and off the field, who's someone who's redefined technique, has done brilliantly well for the Indian Test team specifically, and who's been a very important part of CSK legacy in the making and who's won a lot of games for the country and for CSK. So welcoming you, Murali Vijay. भाई 20 साल क्रिकेट को दिया आपने, इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट को. उससे पहले भी यू वर प्लेइंग कॉलेज क्रिकेट, कमिंग इनटू द इंडियन क्रिकेट. हैड एन अमेजिंग करियर. यू प्लेड, स्कोर्ड अराउंड 13,000 रन्स for the country, IPL, everything. How do you look back as your cricketing career? You have a gratitude feeling, you're proud of it, or you have some regrets कि यार थोड़े रन और बन जाते.
Sat Sri Akal ji.
To all the Punjabi viewers.
To all the Punjabi people, and I love you all. It is a great opportunity to sit and talk with you, brother. And
thankful.
I always admired your journey as well. When you're growing up, you've been a class act for Indian cricket. Played under 19. I've been following you as well.
So sweet.
Now sitting and talking with you is a great opportunity, and I feel I'm blessed, bro, in every which way.
Okay.
So I feel from the outset, I felt I had this mindset of positivity. I always carried that intention along with me, so that helped me a lot to climb in my life.
And everybody calls you monk. I want to know कि ये नाम कैसे पड़ा? I know that you are very spiritual as well, but monk is a...
No, it actually happened when on my first tour to Delhi. So I was 15 or 16 years old. Okay. So we had this is for everybody, okay? This is a true story.
Okay.
So we went there and we lost the first game. Like we had a 8-day period of the tournament. We went there, landed the next day match, and we lost against Punjab. It was a CK Naidu trophy. So we didn't know what to do, and the booking for the tickets for the train was 8 days later.
Okay.
So we need to stay in this dormitory where we've been allocated. So I couldn't take that cold at that time. 15 years, 16 years in Delhi, first experience was very nippy. So my few friends ran inside doing some, mischievous stuff. So I went behind. And I saw and I asked them, they said, it's an old monk, this rum. If you have this, then you won't feel cold.
Okay.
And I like, give me that, let me try. So nothing happened to me and I slept well, woke up like a baby. And everything was super. And friends, nothing happened to you. I said, nothing happened. Then they said, your name is Monk and one day it'll come on papers. Oh. One of my friends told. From there, it carried forward. When I went to the Indian team first time, I met Sachin Tendulkar. And he called me Monk. And I like, dude, that hit me like. Proper.
So पंजाबी में बाजी हम बोलते हैं कि यार ये
Please.
दुआई होती है.
Okay.
कि जो old monk कई पंजाबीज जो या फिर all over the country people
it's the best drink, bro.
Yeah. So people say कि यार ये थोड़ी सी करके you can it's a medicine.
Yeah.
Basically. तो आपको उस time पे किसी ने medicine दी कि यार भाई तू आराम से चैन से सो जाएगा.
But it is all for fun and we're not promoting.
We don't promote it. Yeah. But coming into your cricketing side, I've seen a lot of kids even in my academy as well, you must have seen as well, who are starting a little late. So your cricketing career, you got into cricket a bit late. A lot of people start at 8, 7. Nowadays, तो 4 साल में ही हम बैट दे देते हैं. But you started late comparatively. Anything you had in mind कि यार मैं late शुरू कर रहा हूँ, पता नहीं क्या होगा, or any coaches said that?
To be honest, there's a backstory to everything, right? So in my personal view, I was a talent from 3 years old. I fell in love with this sport.
Okay.
Like my dad would have given a plastic bat, like every other dad would have given.
Yeah.
So I hit that ball in that middle. Something happened inside of me saying, I'm just going to play this. And that is what giving me utmost happiness.
Okay.
Like going out and playing from that age. So I felt, life has its own ways to make a person shape. Like, I was not good with studies. I was not concentrating on my studies that much. So I was more outdoor person, high energetic. So sport was meant for me. I felt home. Like whenever I played cricket, especially I had brothers coming, like 10, 15 of them, gathering on the ground, on a local ground and playing a match. It was fantastic, bro. All I wanted to do is go out there and play. So that's where it started for me.
Okay.
But as I told you, life has its own time and ways to, shape you up.
Yeah.
So I went through the circles of life and so I found myself in the right side later.
So later, between that, कोई cricket नहीं खेली?
No, I didn't play. I was under 10. I was playing under 10 for my school, and then I studied 8 schools.
Okay.
So none of the schools had cricket, so I need to, literally stop playing cricket. Only the gully cricket, right? So I was very much involved in gully cricket in my area, locality. Play tennis ball cricket.
चल उस time पे cricket चल रही थी, but gully cricket.
It was actually intense that time. I did not play any competitive cricket ball tournaments, but I was very much playing cricket every day.
बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है क्योंकि आपकी मोटर स्किल्स, आपकी जो मसल मेमोरी थी वो चल रही थी, but it was happening in the streets.
In the streets where it was different, right?
It was on hard ball.
Yeah, it was 15 yards and people used to chuck. So I used to be like 8th standard, 9th standard, and I used to play with the seniors. So always I enjoyed competition, and that rush to play that fast bowling was there from that age. So everybody noticed around me and they said, oh, you're a good talented cricketer, you should go to cricket ball and pursue. So that's where my journey started, by actually neighbors shaping me up, telling my father, okay, put him into proper cricket. And my father was like, he was into work and he needs to handle his own timings. So it was a different time, bro. So somehow life has been kind, I would say.
Yeah. तो भाई जब आप उस लेवल पे फिर भी नहीं खेल रहे और suddenly you get into the professional के hard ball, अब your dad would have agreed कि चलो यार,
yeah,
अब डालते हैं इनको academy में डालते हैं.
Yeah, first 15-16 years I joined my first academy, cricket ball.
But were you that, अभी I know you're a confident guy. Have you been the
Thank
same?
you, bro. I'm trying to be at least.
पर आप पहले से ऐसे थे जब आप when you were 16? Did you know that you'll end up being one of the greatest for the Indian cricket?
I had this feeling, and I still have that feeling. I feel something good about myself. Okay, whether I play cricket or whether I don't play cricket, it was something good inside me. I don't know what it was, but the only thing gave me pleasure was sport. Only thing I found peace was sport. Everything else was like, chaotic around me. Like I didn't study well. People were like talking. Like everybody will go through it in their life.
All that is bouncer.
Yeah, bouncer, just straight or hit it at times.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just finding myself that time. Like what kind of a person am I? It really hit me around 16 after I failed on my 12th examination. I was thinking, man, I cannot be living like this. I need to go out there and put myself in the open, see how I engage with people. Yeah. Because I was very, shy person. I couldn't open up and stuff like every kid would have gone through. Then sport gave me that platform. When I started playing, cricket and playing tennis ball cricket, I started making friends and things started shaping up really well. So yeah, life has its own ways to teach us, bro.
Okay, but then coming into gully cricket, coming into professional, there's a difference. वहाँ पे कोई coach is not pointing out, भाई अपना पैर सही कर, अपना back foot का ये सही कर, या all those things, that difference, you felt that you were naturally, technically that strong.
I had this privilege to play with seniors when I was growing up. So I understood what speed is, because when I was young, a person is hitting a long ball, you will feel intimidated, right? When you sit there and watch in reality, when somebody is hitting a big 6 over square leg, it just comes into your picture. I have a picturesque memory, like I can picture things. So I just want to do that. Like I want to be that guy who wants to go and hit that ball out of the park. So always I visualize doing things in that speed. So that's why when I played, I feel I could handle that pressure. It is all again a puzzle where I got to, okay, this is not working for me. I need to try that and I need to try this. So everything was a trial and error. It was not an easy thing where I just walked out. Then I got to form my own technique to play cricket ball. From tennis ball to cricket ball is a huge transition, right? Tennis ball, you can be open stance and you can go leg side-ish. Cricket ball is more both sides, it's swing. So you need to come to this basics, right? Stance. So I need to form my own thing on my own.
Achha.
There was definite coaches around me, but I couldn't connect with anybody. My first coach was C.S. Suresh Kumar. He's also played for the country. So his technical knowledge is outstanding, right? But I'm coming from a tennis ball background where everything is about go get it, get the things done. Don't have to worry about technique and all these. So yeah, I learned through all the gurus who came across in my life. I learned, okay, this is high elbow. There is something called high elbow. And everything was on the go learning. It was never I was naturally gifted. It was just watching, observing, grasping things and putting it in my own style.
Amazing. So it's like finding your own way.
Correct.
Because I think most of the learning as a kid as well comes when you find yourself. मतलब coach बोलते तो हैं, हम भी बोलते हैं भाई ऐसे कर ले वैसे कर ले. But the kid learns more from his own experience.
And I also believe it's a feel sport, right? I'm a feel person. I like to touch and feel things. Or else it's very difficult for me to connect. I should have been there or seen that, then it is different. Like sitting here and we cricketers tend to imagine what we're going to do in a cricket field. I love that. That is what it is. Because we don't know what is going to happen. Yeah. We don't know the outcome. Whether we'll perform, whether we don't perform. But we are putting the best foot forward every time. When I walk, I'm thinking about positive things. Like I'm going to hit the ball, cover drive. I'm not going to miss a ball today.
Yeah.
Or what it might, every practice session might be having a goal. Like I'll go and say, I'm not going to get beaten today. I'm not going to get beaten today. I'm just going to play all the balls in the middle of the bat. If I get beaten, I walk out. So I challenge myself differently in the nets and keep myself to the promise.
Yeah.
So I feel make your training sessions happier. So the match becomes easy.
Happier or you mean more challenging? Or
yeah, more challenging and more tough. That gives you happiness, right? There's no point in just going and hitting full tosses and cover drives and coming. Yeah. You go get hit. And that fun is, for me, is extreme.
भाई टेनिस बॉल क्रिकेट अगेन वी आर रिलेटिंग इट मोर क्योंकि आई डोंट नो कि इतनी टेनिस बॉल आपने खेली है उसमें इतनी प्रैक्टिस यू वर डूइंग क्वांटिटी के साथ साथ मसल मेमोरी पक रही थी उसके बाद जब हार्ड बॉल में आप आए थे जैसे हम बोलते हैं लाइक आई थिंक आई लर्नड इट इन एनसीए नेशनल क्रिकेट एकेडमी के एक शॉट को 15,000 बारी यू प्रैक्टिस देन दैट शॉट इज प्रैक्टिस इट द राइट वे ऐसा कुछ नंबर ऑफ शॉट्स में ड्रिल्स में यू यूज्ड टू डू व्हेन द बेस वाज गेटिंग सेट
I feel I had the skills to play shots, but I need to get the understanding of when to play those shots.
So because the quantity was done.
Quantity was already done, and I can do more. So I always had this thing in my tank. I can do more. There's if I play for an hour, I think I can play for 2 more hours. Always, I never had this energy drop while playing cricket. Okay. But other than that, I'm pretty chilled and I don't stress too much. But while playing cricket, I had this fun to play for longer. So maybe that drive. I cannot say these are the ways one should practice, but there are many ways to practice. But choose your own pattern to get into that mindset of performing. At the end of the day, we are all performers.
Yeah.
If you don't perform, then we are not going to be happier. But there's a lot of things which will happen mentally. We got to handle. So cricket is more of mental sport. More mentally or clearer with your plans and what you're going to do and how you're going to approach. I think we have done half the battle is done.
But as they say, this is for the coaches who are listening or the kids who are practicing at academies because you're here giving value to all the kids out there, knowing what is the right way. When we were playing, internet was not there. So abhi ye platform is one of the ways. At least they know the way, the right way, or maybe you're saying there's no exact right way. For every kid, for every place, there's a different way of finding those स्किल लेवल टू बी इम्प्रूव्ड जैसे अभी नंबर ऑफ क्वांटिटी जैसे मैं अपनी एकेडमी में आई डू अ शेड्यूल कि हम आज ये ड्रिल्स कर रहे हैं आज हम नेट विद द मैच काइंड ऑफ सिनेरियो आज हम पीछे रन ज़्यादा देख रहे हैं ऐसे डिफरेंट चैलेंजेस वी पुट इन बट व्हाट यू आर सेइंग इज कि ऐसा कुछ सेट की ज़रूरत नहीं है बच्चों के लिए और एज एन एकेडमी और एज अ कोच we should set some patterns?
So I feel that's a brilliant question, brother, because see, how to approach a practice is very, very important and crucial because that is a very, very personal time you're giving to yourself. If your coaches or anybody around you doesn't match your vibration, then you're not having a happy practice session. Like that's what it is. You're not having an intense session, or you're not getting out of it. You're just going with more doubts and more, feel good, not feel good factor. So I feel you should talk less and do more. Like repetitions give you confidence. The more repetitive practice you do, you automatically generate confidence. You don't have to be coached there. You can play beautiful cover drives, but if you don't hit the middle of the bat, then it doesn't have that charming effect. Right? For me, I need to hit the middle of the bat n number of times to keep me satisfied. So I'm going for that satisfaction. Okay, I prepared well. Like I'm confident to play all the shots in the book. So that kind of approach should be instilled in the kids. Like, you go out, find your own practice, have your own intentions. Why are you here now? Like, let the kids talk than coaches telling them what to do. Because what do you want to work on today? Maybe the kid doesn't want to do anything. Let it be, let the coach might give more fun activities like fielding or drills, or maybe a walk around the park and make him feel the nature better, make him involved in that sport more than, consistently or constantly talking about technique will actually take the fun of the game away from you. Because invariably the subconscious will put those thoughts. So it's very difficult to process for the mind. So my only point here, or for the coaches, would be like give more freedom for them to try. Like, let's not jump in and give a conclusion saying do this or that. Let them try. There's no harm in failing in the nets, but let him find his own intensity or the pattern to madness.
Nice, great Fuzzy, great answer. But as a professional now, you've learned सब कुछ basics अपने correct कर लिए now,
and straight away what did do it, or you were finding it difficult at times?
I was definitely finding it difficult, bro. I tried under 16 and I was not picked for the state team. I was trying under 19. I was not picked for the state team. I don't know why till date, because I was performing and I was doing well. There should be some valid reason. Maybe later on I will get to know. I don't know when that will happen.
Okay.
So you know how the system works. At times, I'm not blaming anybody, but that is the reality of life for me. So I need to put up with that, and I need to move forward in a very
how did you take that?
Sorry?
So सबके साथ ही होता है, but how did you take that? कि यार आ नहीं रहा, अभी नाम नहीं आया, तो क्या करूं?
That's why I'm saying all the cricketers are different, built differently. We process things differently, because I've seen it with my own experience with spending times with all you legends, how you prepare for the game and come out. So for me, it was hard, right? For any kid, it'd be hard because the opportunity has been taken away from you and you are aspiring to play for the state. My dream was to play for Tamil Nadu. I had this logo there, and other kids, when they state represented, they have this logo, right? So I was always visualizing I need to wear that, because something was missing. So I was working towards that. So now consciously I'm tuning myself to work towards, and you didn't get it. It is a hard hit on any kid, and I was also devastated, and I was feeling little down and out at the time, but somehow I had this willpower to work more and go inward and develop skills where I don't depend on too many outside factors. Like I can do my own things. Luckily my parents helped me, they gave me the strength from inner strength. I definitely believe in that. So all these things came together when I was going through that tough phases. Easily I could have drifted and moved to some other profession at that time, because I had no backing, and I'm coming from a family which understands cricket, loves the game of loves cricket, but they didn't have played the game themselves, so they don't know what I'm going through. And it was a lone battle, but I had the faith in me and Almighty, and somehow I navigated it.
Okay. That, I think, navigating that energy that time is the key. You used to meditate. After you said, say you were visualizing, you were manifesting as well. You used to meditate maybe, or just naturally calm. हमने तो टीम में भाई like Murali Vijay is never rarely.
कि अगर कोई कई बारी सेट होके आउट हो गया, otherwise I've not seen you much reacting, so it has always been you've been very calm.
Yeah, there will be a lot of people watching, might be like me, who are always dreaming or in their own world, right? And suddenly I come into this world of what is happening now. So it naturally happens to me, and I always feel I'm in a different world. I'm thinking about the game, or maybe a different thought has entered my brain. I'm giving more time to that process. So I act. For people might be very different. I've got a lot of people talking to me, why are you like this, why not people? I love people. I love to talk to them, but it just battle inside of me. there is more interesting for me. Like I want to be the best version of myself. So I'm giving more thought to that.
Yeah.
I might be a little arrogant at times, but I can't satisfy everybody. I feel that. But I mostly try to be as positive as possible in front of people. Because that's the least I can do to anybody.
Yeah.
So I always find the funnier side of life is better than going in depth and talking about things.
Yeah. Like then going, you were saying something, sorry.
No. Go for it, bro.
Then you were going and ending up playing for the Tamil Nadu team. How did you feel? And then that level of cricket, and then going into the next level.
It's the biggest achievement I've ever had.
Playing for Tamil Nadu.
Playing for Tamil Nadu. Wow. When the cap came to me, that was something else for me, and I felt a sense of accomplishment. I felt I finally made it. Yeah. So I played under 22, and I got 4 ducks in my experience, and I like this level is too high for me at that level. Because I didn't play. I didn't get exposed to the professional level of cricket. So suddenly the first time I got it, and it was a disaster for me. I went and told the selectors, please drop me. Drop me and give somebody else a chance.
Okay, तो ये भाई पहला cricketer है, खुद ही कह रहा है मुझे drop.
Yeah, just like, no, try. We trust you and stuff. Wow. They back me.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You need that backing as well sometimes.
You need that backing. At least you need that arm on your shoulder where they tell you the reality and tell you the honest things. I feel that is very important, where you stand.
So what do you think from domestic to international to IPL as well? People who you think have backed you at times where you were not up to your standard of performances?
There is a force around us, bro.
Okay.
So that force backs us. That's what I feel at this moment. Because a lot of things have happened to me, through me, is not only by me. I don't know. It makes sense, but that's the truth. That's what all the sports personalities will go through, I feel. There's no words to it. It just happens to you. You don't know why it happened, why suddenly some selectors come and pick you, and you don't know why life changed suddenly or the form comes back. That is why we practice every day, right? That is why we go to practice, not to give that 1% chance of, letting that opportunity go.
Okay.
Let's work hard, so that the positive mindset comes in. But I found a way too. There too much of practice. I'm not a practice person at all. I don't enjoy the nets. It's very claustrophobic, and I really don't get good feels. Yeah.
So बंद सा लगता है कि भाई ये
correct. Somebody is hitting you or hitting a ball like 140, throwing the ball at you, and I don't have place to move, I feel. So yeah, my journey as I'm talking to you, brother, it is all about having that positive intention and having that belief inside you. Have goals, try to go and achieve. That's what I'll tell the youngsters, because everybody every cricketer who I meet of late wants to represent the country. They are very clear in their head, and they speak out aloud saying, I want to play for the country. But what I would tell all of them is, don't add pressure to your journey. Have more fun to your journey. Let the bat talk or the ball talk. When you bowl, the people should see that work you're put in. That is what is going to give you more happiness than, just having a dream and adding more pressure to that. Work on your skill sets, and this is the time given to all of us to, go to our fullest potential, I feel, as human beings. So I'm tapping into it, and I'm trying to reach out to that and see what I can get the best out of Monk. So yeah, life is beautiful, man. Life is beautiful. Keep trying.
Very, very interesting thing you said, that everybody says this, I want to play for the country. I also ask my academy, is you asking around your kids, everybody says I want to play for the country. They're very clear. But they're clear. But like I've seen my journey, I couldn't make it.
Even I never had this vision. I told you, playing for the state was the biggest dream for me, the pride or a proud moment for me. Because I fought for it, I had that dream in front of me. I walked the streets of Chennai with that dream every day, and I was visualizing. And at some point, the universe has its own ways to play with all of us. And when the cap came to me, it was such a special feeling. It was a complete feeling as a cricketer.
Okay, I've achieved something.
I've played for my state.
But my question now is that a lot of cricketers say that कि मुझे इंडिया के लिए खेलना है, but very few of them make it. What I felt different to Virat when we were together on the same platform under 19 World Cup is the hunger and the self-belief. I'm not saying I didn't had it in me, but I had lesser to Virat. Virat ne to dikha, he's a legend now, but that hunger and that self-belief makes the difference at times. What do you think? Abhi aapke time mein sabhi bol rahe, but sab khel nahi paate. Obviously, only 15 make it to the squad.
Yeah, it is
the difference.
It is a harsh reality, right? Like we all, there are so many talented cricketers around us would have missed out. While they're much more talented than me, for sure. A lot of cricketers missed out. We are still, till date, I've not, maybe I would say, I should say drive from within. Virat Kohli, if you take an example, he is a role model for the younger generation because their mindset is similar to Virat's way of approach. Because it's more aggressive and is more, wanting to go and win for the team. So that winning mentality rubs on to everybody, right? So from South, again, we are as a country, we are privileged and blessed because we have this diverse nature. Everybody are different and everybody react and act differently. So that is what is, I think, is the core of India. Like we are so different, but we are having different point of view as well, right? A completely different point of view. Virat came, Punjabi boy, and he was like, when I saw him, I knew there was something special about him. Everybody could feel it. As I told you, you can see through things as a cricketer. You know this person is going to make the next level. As a cricketer, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen in me, but I don't know about myself. That's the trick. So I definitely could see Virat's energy from that age. When I first met him at the NCA around, when I was 21, 22, he came from under 19. I could see something he's going to do. He was confident about himself. He was carrying himself really well. He was talking brilliantly for a North Indian. And he was seriously, bro. Like, he was very well read. Even though I asked him, he didn't study that much. He said, no, I did not educate myself much, but I can, actually pick up things. Unique character, huh? So Indian cricket.
So the difference would be maybe the different hunger is more for players making up to the country, and some of them are not. Obviously, there are more things getting picked at the right time, performing at the right time. But do you think that is the answer? The hunger and the belief?
Bro, I feel now, you got to align yourself with the speed of the game. As simple as that. If I want to tell the youngsters who are aspiring to play the next level, you got to improve yourself from within the best way possible. That's the only way you can reach out to the higher level. For me, after a point, when I was playing for state, I felt I can do much more, right? Because that confidence came off and I know now I can reach out to the next level. Maybe zone, maybe that time the other trophy, Dulip Trophy, India A. Now we are in a phase where you can post your video on the internet and people see that, and if you're lucky enough, you will be called for an IPL selection. So that's how it has become. So it is transcended or transforming faster, and you should catch up with that speed. Like now, 140 strike rate is good enough. I'm a bro. Now I don't know how to say all these things in my humble understanding. More than 100 is a great strike rate, right? Now people are expecting 140, 150. Come on, openers got to go and score one. It is not easy because you're taking that much of risk, and hats off to the youngsters like Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill and SSV Jaiswal. They are like taking the game to a new level.
Which is difficult to maintain at times, but we see
for the youngsters now, the competition level, the benchmark is really high, and with fitness, Shubman is like one, fit cricketer. Abhishek Sharma's bat swing is phenomenal, and SSV, everybody are different. That is what is making Indian team, vibrant, I feel.
Wow. But your times when you have now achieved the level of Tamil Nadu, playing for the state, did you have the same hunger again playing for the country?
Without hunger, you can't go anywhere. But definitely, I was very hungry to do well and improve on myself and become a better cricketer. I also feel you got to have this phase of life. I had 2-3 years. I maybe 16 to 19, 20. I did not give up one day on fitness. I was working so hard. When the times I didn't get those call up, I was still working on my fitness. I was working hard. I'm a hard worker. I call myself, motivate myself to be that. And that really helped me when I got those opportunities, because I put in the work when I was young, and suddenly everything came together when the opportunities arrived. So I think it works in a very funny way, but we got to keep pushing. At some point, you will get it. Everybody will get what they deserve, bro. Definitely. In this world, no chance they can miss out if they put in the work. They will get it at some point. It might be successful, it might be fruitful, it might be rewarding, but you will feel happy end of the day as long as you put in that effort.
Amazing. So you eventually got it, the India call.
I believed in
You
that.
remember that day? And where were you?
Yeah, of course, I remember every bit of it. I was playing a Ranji Trophy game against Maharashtra, and I got this call up after scoring my double 100. With Abhinav, we had a record-breaking partnership, missed by 1 run on that match. So in the evening, I'm going up, and W. Raman was elated, and he was saying, "You got selected for the country." And I was a little numb. I didn't know what was happening. It was a dream come true moment. Called up my mom and dad, and they were like, happy as usual. They're like, "Okay, are you happy? Are you good?"
But was it in the middle of the game they said that you have to play? Tipaji ko kuch wo,
Correct.
Kuch hua tha.
He had to miss a test match, and you need a call up, and I got this call. And magical moment.
Were there any nerves? Ke yaar, bahut tayari kari hai?
Absolutely, brother.
Wait, how many? Over nervous, or you knew that arousal level?
No, I just went into a different, something entered my body. Like, it might be funny for me. Something else happened to me, bro. Once you enter the dressing room, see, when I entered, there was Sachin Tendulkar and Rahul Dravid. I feel shy inside of me to call their names because that's how I see them. But to tell people how much I value that opportunity or meant for me was unbelievable. Life-changing experience, I would say. It was sitting with Yuvraj Singh and MS Dhoni and having a chat and having a cup of tea overnight, literally. It's just unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
And that's what the sport does to you if you keep on working hard and if you keep on having that faith inside you, not giving up attitude. I think the reward is the highest level, I feel.
Amazing. भाई वो उस टाइम पे जब कोई नया बच्चा आता है तो मतलब I used to remember जडेजा से I used to talk कि अब तो इंडियन टीम में आ गया. That time we were more connected. अब तो बिजी अगला सारे फैमिली वाले हो गए. But जड्डू used to say कि यार आसपास के सीनियर्स ने ना बड़ा अच्छा कंफर्टेबल मुझे कर दिया था. So this is what he said. And that is how was it with you?
See, I'm a very energy, as I told you, touch and feel person. When I went out, there was absolute energy, right? It was like a sacred place. Like I've entered this temple where all these avatars are there and there's crazy energy around it. So all I did was I fed on that energy and I wanted to do well. I wanted to show them that I belong there. This is one opportunity for me from my state. Like all these things came to my mind. Like, I'm coming from Tamil Nadu and I want to prove myself here. And it was a mixed feeling, but I was enjoying end of the day. I had a couple of red label miniatures were in my room that day. I remember before the game day, I couldn't sleep.
Oh,
I just took this red label and I knocked off and I just slept off.
Okay, something which you shouldn't be doing, but it made you sleep.
Whatever makes you happy.
But anything any of the seniors said before the game, Sachin Bhaji, जैसे I've heard कि बहुत सारे players में से एक senior आके, and Sachin Bhaji used to be mostly that, कि यार don't be too nervous or anything someone said before that game.
My cap was given to me by Saurav Ganguly, the Dada. So that was a great moment for me. Dream come true. Seeing a hero coming closer and handing the cap was phenomenal. Yes, Sachin Bhaji told me, make pressure as your friend. Wow. Like, now from now you're going to go through this phase. There's a lot of pressure hired. Just try to, be friends with them.
Yeah, well. Yeah. And so that word is like, that sentence actually like, will relax you more.
Right. And something happens inside of me when I sit next to, I'm pretty sure everybody will feel in India, right? When you see Sachin Tendulkar. Again, for me, from now, this moment to call his name, I feel...
say God.
Yeah, not even God. He's superhuman being, bro. He's superhuman being. Definitely he's been touched by God. And we're all blessed that he's born here. He's like Maradona or Pele or somebody like that stage in football in our country.
So you felt that मैंने बहुत लोगों से सुना कि जब सचिन भाजी बैटिंग करते थे, it was like he's batting on a different pitch. You batting with him, you are approaching a bowler differently and he is coming in approaching that conditions or bowler differently. You felt something like
100%, yeah, every time. Every time it happens with me because I had the best seat in the house, I feel. Because I played with Virendra Sehwag, Gautam Gambhir, Rahul Dravid, Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma. So all these batsmen are, beautiful to watch, right? Like, when they get inside, they touch and feel, they are something else, very specially talented people. And Sachin Tendulkar is my, what to say, ultimate cricketer, I feel, in my books. I think nobody else, even I feel, is in that level.
Did you try कि जैसे यार ये बॉलर बैक ऑफ लेन डाल रहा है मुझे और मे बी गुड लेन डाल रहा है, पाजी ने आके इसको बना के मार दिया, और you were approaching that length differently on that pitch?
So I'll tell few things are coming now. Instantly, I'll talk about my memories. And we are playing a test match in Wellington. I think it's windy Wellington, they call it, right? New Zealand. So it was windy and it was an experience for me because first time traveling to New Zealand, and Sachin is getting ready to play, and it's on and off. Sorry, it was in Auckland.
Okay.
Yeah. The wicket had spice green, 6 mm to 9 mm, maybe grass.
That's standard.
Yeah. And it was damp.
Okay.
So Paji came to me, and I have this 12th man on job, right? I like to go and do things and do it before what they need. Like I like to keep their gloves in place and all these things. So Sachin comes in. I'm going to be using front press the first session, and then I'm going to go back and across, and then again I'm going to go front press and adjust and play because the wicket has a little bit of bounce. And I was like, okay, fine. I had never seen anybody change their stance and technique. So I was interested in seeing Sachin Paji go about it, and exactly the way he was, actually was rhyming, I feel. He was just manifesting it.
I'm having goosebumps for your mind.
Yeah. So I was just seeing that thing happening and the way he approached that inning. And he got to 165 in that wicket, bro.
Wow.
And it was that only Sachin could have done because everybody else struggled. Yuvraj Singh was there and MS was there. Everybody was struggling. It was not easy. Virendra Sehwag was there. Yeah. But Sachin was playing on a different level altogether. Mentally, he was so prepared. And he was so clear. When I could see him in close quarter, he was so clear with this, what he's going to approach. And that is something else, right? Sachin is Sachin, bro. For all of us, I think we are all blessed to even be in the same land as him, I feel.
Wow. Amazing, Bhaji. Bhaji, you ending up in that dressing room is one, but setting that standard for you as a performer. You've been brilliant, especially as a test opener. Obviously, with white ball, what you've done with Chennai and for all the IPL teams, it's great. But as a test opener, playing for India against Australia, that debut series of yours, was any mindset or standard or कि यार मुझे इनके साथ बना दिए तो I'll be? What was your game plan?
As I told you, I never thought in those directions. I just wanted to go and perform and improve my batting. Every time I walk into bat, I need to improve. I want to be there and show people that I can play. Right? Because we are entertainers, end of the day, we are performers. We need to go out there and perform. And for me, that is an opportunity where I can go and, cement my place. Show them that, M. Vijay is from Tamil Nadu and he's a great cricketer. He's going to be playing for the country. So all these things I was imagining that time. I need to be with this dressing room. I need to be there and perform. So that was my
challenge. You took it like a challenge.
Yeah, exactly. I was just zoned in, and I this is it. Now we have come home, and let's feel free and do it.
Wow. But as a test opener, playing at Lords or MCG, so any youngster getting into the Indian team is thinking, yaar, sometimes you over pressurize yourself of that. How did you approach maybe batting at Lords as an opener or in that New Zealand conditions? It's a testing conditions. What was your mindset?
So as I've told you, I've been privileged to be in the dressing room with such great personalities of Indian cricket, right? VVS Lakshman, Rahul Dravid. I've seen them how they prepare, and I've seen them how they,
How they prepare?
Everybody has their own ways to prepare. Sachin has throwdowns. Like Gary Custon used to have a lot of one-on-one session with Sachin Tendulkar. Rahul Dravid, again, similar. He hits a long hours he needs in the nets. VVS Lakshman drills. He likes to play drills and get himself into the MS. I've never seen him at the gym. Natural is God gifted again. Yuvipa is more professional. He likes to, do his fitness and keep himself, wired that way. Zahir Khan is more strategist. He knows what he's doing, basically. I'm sitting with all these magicians and finding my own space. Okay, what am I now? And finally, I got to know I'm monk. Yeah.
How did what was that moment? You said it at the first. Sachin Bhaji ne monk bola.
When I just got into the bus, the practice session, so Sachin was sitting in the first seat in the bus. So he just said, hey, monk. And inside of me was like flying high, right? Like, no, Sachin called me monk. And I'm like, yes, buddy. He's like, then he gave me this advice, like pressure, now you need to handle pressure and make friends, be friends with that. Don't try to fight it.
Nice.
Handle pressure.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So भाई different conditions, how do you used to prepare differently? जैसे अभी मुझे अपना याद है, so I obviously not played that level of cricket, but for a turner
Once
pitch,
a champ, always a champ.
that is sweet of you. But I used to practice for a turner pitch के जहाँ पे rough marks हैं bowlers के, so अभी हर जगह इतनी rough cricket pitch नहीं होती थी, so हम अपने times में when you playing पंजाब cricket और कि वो rough पे practice करना for a spinner, and for fast bowlers कोई green wicket अगर है तो using a newer ball, doing the same conditions. You used to practice differently for those pitches. जैसे इंडिया में बॉल बहुत घूमता था और लॉर्ड्स में खेल रहे वेलिंगटन में. How was your preparation for those conditions?
No, definitely. I need to set standards in my practices, right? I need to raise my intensity. So I was, I would say, when I went to Lords, when I first played the first Test match in Nottingham, like in Trent Bridge. Before that, I'll tell you a story. Duncan Fletcher was the coach, and we had this technical discussions. So Duncan is a legend. He's a great man. So he comes up to me and he says, "You got to widen your stance a little bit." This was happening before the practice game, right? We had 2 practice games before the first Test match, and first practice game I got out, and we are discussing about technique. So I know where the coaches, come at you, and sometimes they'll come and tell you, you got to, wake up, do things a little more focused. So Duncan comes, and I know a little bit of technique, and Duncan comes and, hey, you got to move your stance a little more wider. And I said, Duncan, why? He said, no, you're playing 140 and the ball is swinging. Your narrow stance, you might nick off in England conditions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that's not a great sign from a coach to, come and tell me to change my technique.
At that level.
But he had a point, he had a definite point. But I felt within that I'm prepared really well. I put in the 3 months of work before that. And I was in a different state of mind. And suddenly Duncan, a coach comes into a very, very delicate part, right? Technique is very, very close to you. If somebody talks to you about your technique, it really got to make sense, or it is going to put you off your zone.
Yeah.
I felt, okay, now this is what the coach feels about my game. But I was very confident about my skill. I told my analyst, this series I will definitely do well. I somehow feel I will do well. First match I'm going to Trent Bridge, got an opportunity, got my 144. And I looked at Duncan, and Duncan is like, you do what you want to do, man.
Wow.
You do what you want to do, man.
You're amazing. This.
Yeah.
I can relate this.
Yeah.
Because when I played India under 19s, I did some changes with my technique. Grip, I was a V-shape, bottom-handed. I did it O-shape. So I've done some changes because the coach asked. What you've done at that stage, you're mature enough. I don't blame the coach. Or you also wouldn't have blamed if you would have done
He's
that.
giving you a choice in your plate. No?
Yeah. So, but I know that that time, the story I knew, Duncan said to a lot of players, कि भाई wide
Yeah, I think everybody
did it.
actually practiced that. Like Virat was, I'm sure that he tried it, and Ajin Kirane was there in the tour. He was also trying it. MS, he also tried a little bit for some period of time. He opened his stance a little bit, he widened it a little bit. So that was Duncan's theory.
Yeah, but as a cricketer, you should know. Every coach will say ना कि भाई अपनी theory हम हर इंसान कोशिश करता है, but you should know कि भाई तेरे लिए वो सूट करेगी कि नहीं. मतलब lot of cricketers do wrong there. I have done it as well. That I blame myself for it कि भाई नहीं करना था उसको. Correct. Because you got that muscle memory.
Because you feel it inside. Yeah. Because you're prepared so well, you understand. See, in England especially, the way Shubman Gill played now, it's just phenomenal, bro. Not many can go out there and do or bat the way he batted, like with absolute class and composure. That is what a cricketer should aim at. Like I've seen Sachin Tendulkar do that.
Yeah.
Now this generation, maybe Shubman is a man who has that compactness. Yeah. He can play all 3 formats with ease. So it is a natural transition happening, and Virat Kohli was there in between. Yeah. Now he's still playing. I wish him to play longer. Yeah. And he's a very dear brother to me, and he's just a trendsetter for all of us.
True.
So yeah, bro, Indian cricket is in a blessed state, and I think all the cricketers should be proud, and all of Indians should be proud the way we are. And I feel that is more important as a person. If I can move people in that direction, we are all one, and we are all here for a same cause, that being patriotic about our country. And enjoy the face of India now, because we are growing and we are the superpower. So we should enjoy, at the same time be humble, and as we are all different, and stay that way.
Yes, Vaji, but I'm not coming out of that England tour. England, अभी मैं England tour पे ही है.
I went somewhere.
नहीं, that's okay. So in that tour, you had one of the brilliance. You talked about Shubman having a brilliant England tour. उससे पहले Virat have had an amazing one. Rahul bhai had some amazing one in England as well. Sachin bhaji mostly हर tour पे ही फोड़ते थे.
He's Baba.
So what made your tour in England that special? Some Indian opener who's aspiring to play and going to England, or what were the changes you did? What was the mindset उन conditions में special?
So prior to that, 3 months, I had my practice with a coach. My only coach I have many coaches, but one of those coaches who very close to me is Jay Kumar.
Yeah.
So me and him sat together, and we planned a schedule for next 2 months. What are we going to do? Every day I woke up around 4 o'clock, went to the ground, worked out, practiced as early as possible, because that's the only way I can stimulate the conditions. So I did that. I bought the Duke's ball at that time, and was playing with Duke's ball for a month. The feel is entirely different from the bat. So yeah, I put in the effort. I was focused. I was every day, focused about what I'm going to do. And once you go there, that's what the intensity is all about, right? When you're doing it over a period of time with that kind of intensity, the things will fall in place at some point. So it is all about, playing with your intensity as kids who is practicing. It is all about intensity.
Very true. You have the same intensity what you have in the match. कुछ वो कम ज़्यादा नहीं होनी चाहिए. भाई अभी शुभमन ने अभी बोला था इस सीरीज में ही, when he's got good ones, कि उसने with Steve Smith and Sachin Bhaji, he saw some videos as well, कि they were playing square of the wicket more, scoring more runs square than more straight.
That's exactly what it is. You need to try to defend for the straighter options, but your scoring options will be square of the wicket. You defend for the straighter ball. Like when the ball swings, you get beaten. The ball seams, you get beaten, and the ball jabs back, and you get an inside edge for a single. If you try to defend in an angle, then that's where you nick off.
Yeah.
So that's perfect to approach in England.
Nice. So you had a similar game.
I was watching Sangakkara, because my batting before my tour, there was Sri Lanka touring England. I feel 2 test matches they had. So I was watching what Sri Lankan team was approaching, how they were approaching, and Sangha was brilliant. He got 200s in 2 matches. So the way he was approaching was more square of the wicket, and I just modeled that. I just thinking. Nobody told me. Now people are like, finding my own way how to handle.
But that series you had, you scored 400 runs in that difficult conditions. I think that is the toughest tour as a batter.
Yeah.
Playing in those conditions. Were there times कुछ sledging हो रही थी उस time पे कि आप अंदर जा रहे हो, somebody saying or anything?
So many funny things and so many serious nervous moments in that series, bro. For funniest thing was me and Shikhar opening together. Both are brilliant. Everybody knows that we are good friends. Partnering him and going along Lords with him was funny. The way he was handling pressure and the way he was singing his Punjabi songs in the middle of he was saying jatt tana something all this thing. I like, dude, what are you doing? I'm going to do it, man. And he was so pumped up.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was so calm in whatever way I am. But I could enjoy Shikhar's way of expressing himself.
Maybe it was calming you down, listening to his songs.
Bro, he is an entertainer, bro. Shikhar Dhawan is an entertainer. So yeah, he was calming me down because the way he was acting was calming me down. Yeah, that's how it is. And a lot of things, but dressing room atmosphere was scripted in Lords when the way Ishant Sharma came and took 7 wickets and won that match for us was phenomenal. MS Dhoni's captaincy, as usual, the way he set up the field and the way he manipulated certain field placements, they were awkward. If you see the test match, we were standing a little awkward, we were in the front of the wicket square. I got this catch of Matt Pryor. Generally, nobody keeps the fielder there. So MS had me there, front of square leg for in a test match for a bouncer. And dude, no chance the catch will come because when you go that side. But I didn't even move. The ball came straight at me. So some of those are master moves from MS. So as a team, we felt confident after winning that, Lord's Test match is a historic win for us, and those moments cannot be taken out of anybody's memory, bro. It was scripted, I feel. It was just, we are all there, characters playing a role.
And MS, as captain, what makes him the genius? You've seen him, that move you're saying, कि ऐसे field set की थी. The wicket is not doing much, so the bouncer plan was adapted. What makes him that mindset as a captain, kaise hua? What do you think? It's natural?
I feel it's natural and it's very unique, bro. Those personalities you can never replicate, or anybody cannot come and do what they are doing, because I've never seen a cricketer come and hit the ball like MS. Even now, the way he has dominated cricket, the way he has taken the game, like playing those ones and twos and running in hard, setting standards for all of us to follow with fitness. And he was a very strong person, and the way he has launched those sixes is still in our head, right? I don't see anybody else have got that range as a right-hander. Of course, Yuvraj Singh is there, the great Yuvraj, who is my all-time favorite cricketer, and I love him, Yuvipaji. Yeah. Utmost respect for him. The way he is batted for Indian team is fantastic. So yeah, bro, I've been privileged to be with all these greats and share their time and space with me was fantastic.
Amazing.
MS is very unique personality. He has his own mind. Very difficult to make sense to it, because see, Joginder Sharma gave the last over in 2007 World Cup, and we won it. So there is no logic to it. If you see, Harbhajan had an over and there's senior bowlers and people go there, but he chose to do something out of the box, and
so it goes with
it got us the cup. So MS is very unique, and again, I'm privileged, and we all should be proud that he's born in our country.
True.
As an Indian, I'm very proud.
Nice. But those series, you were preparing well for England series? There was an incident जिसमें किसी ने आपको कुछ slice भी किया?
Oh yeah, Michael Vaughan was chirpy, and he was saying the cloud is all over you and you're going to be out. And I said, let me see till tea. Maybe I'll talk to you at tea time.
Okay.
So we are having this banter, and Michael Vaughan is always up for a chat. English are like that. Anderson is very, very, aggressive, and he wants to, have a chat. I felt Virat Kohli is the answer for us, bro. Virat Kohli, one person is enough. He just goes on in a different tangent. He approaches the game different. He's aggressive, and he loves to have a confrontation with the opponents.
So somebody says he gives it back, right?
He gives it 10 folds, and I was in the hot seat all the time, non-striker. And
you remember any incident?
Many, bro. Every match. He likes to talk and bat, Virat Kohli. He's in that high spirit, and it's amazing to bat with him, right? The energy is so high, and bowlers tend to bowl those half volleys to them, and you watch from the non-striker end, and like, why are you not bowling those balls to me? Like, why is that not coming to me? When you bat with Virupa, the way he converts his shots, and unbelievable.
Another partner who sings songs. Who's singing songs?
I think he's my man. I look up to him a lot. His lifestyle is superb, and the way he handles pressure is fantastic, and I can connect with him.
Wow. Australia series may also, again, after a brilliant England series, and that is actually you're building your name which you wanted from the first day. मैं India के लिए खेलूंगा.
Perform with the best teams.
Yeah, and I wanna have that proud feeling that कोई Tamil Nadu से आया cricketer जिसने इतना perform कर रहा है India के लिए. But there would have been times, जैसे भी I've read one of your interviews that I was getting on 30s or 40s. A lot of cricketers actually that happens. अभी उसमें 30s and 40s में out हो रहा हूँ set होके. What was your mindset? उस situation में क्या करना है?
I felt it is a mindset thing again. It is it's definite. There's a concentration lapse as an opener. There are 2-3 moments where we got to be careful. Like after a break, especially like first innings, and you come out and bat. That is a time where you might lose your concentration. And I was doing that. And maybe just before lunch, I was, getting my starts, 35 batting, and I used to give my wicket away with the spinner coming in. So it was all not only my technique, it's a mindset thing. So I need to tune into my frequency. I restricted my game a little bit, like in the sense I used to practice in a certain manner in my league cricket.
Okay.
So I used to play a lot of balls, like 300 balls to get my 100. So I went through that grind, like 250 balls to get my 100.
Intentionally, okay.
Yeah, to consciously slow down the speed of the game and take time, like Pujara. Similar way of approach. I used to do that in my league because that is where I can try.
It wasn't natural. You practiced it intentionally कि थोड़ा slow खेलूंगा just to calm myself.
Yeah, because I was so aggressive. I started off as an aggressive player. Then I need to find my own technique and work with few coaches. I've told you, blessed. They came into my life and they've given me few pieces of advice or the hint what is required for a cricketer. Okay, go in this path and do that and you will become better.
Okay.
Like Bharat Tarun sir is one.
He was the one who picked you.
Yeah, he was the one who actually guided me into the right path. And he's always been there in my life somehow, I don't know. And I'm privileged and blessed to be, knowing him as a person. Yeah, brilliant coach, brilliant human being.
Yeah.
Great man, a mentor to me. So yeah, Jay Kumar, as I told you, Sirius Suresh Kumar, Bharat Reddy, I can keep on telling W.V. Raman. We come from a rich heritage of players. Like, Tamil Nadu has always been one of those states where other states used to look up to them, how they're going to perform. So I had this, when I got into the team, I had this feeling of, I belong to a level where I need to perform to prove myself to stay there. So I learned a lot of things about how to handle pressure by just sitting with these legends. And I, as I told you, I like to grasp things than going and asking. Technique. I never spoken cricket that much to anybody.
आज ही कर रहे हो भाजी आप.
Yeah, today I'm doing so much because all youngsters, bro. I just want to give it back to the next generation, and I'm eager to go and make those difference in their kids' lives.
I am thankful. I think all the cricketers, coaches, parents watching this will be thankful. This is treasure for a lot of cricketers who are going to be in those situations.
Yeah, exactly. It is not going to be easy for sure being a cricketer, but it is worth the ride. Like, you will go 360, you'll understand life in a different way, you'll get sharper, you'll be more aware of things. So a lot of benefits are there when you play a professional level of sport.
Yeah,
you will become a certain person, what you really thought of. So manifesting and seeing that within you is fantastic.
Amazing. But I have a confession. Like, it's a good one. I used to copy your batting. I used to do Rahul Pai first, and then when you came into it, मुझे तो हम देख के सीखते थे ना. So I used to see, but I couldn't completely do it. You were so stylish. मतलब इतनी. You used to try it कि इतना stylish मुझे लगना, or it was all natural?
No, it was completely natural. But thank you, Baba. We are similar. Looking also is similar, I feel, from sitting and
दाढ़ी
Yeah. We beard and
वर्ल्ड कप में क्लीन सेव थे, तो अभी ये दाढ़ी का किस शक्ल में मिलती है? अभी विराट से भी मिलती है आपकी.
No, beard is good. Spiritual people, bro. We are all Indians are
monks. We are monks.
I always loved my beard. Yeah.
Nice. But now getting into the IPL mode, you playing Test cricket. I think the toughest thing for an international cricketer is changing gears, changing games. How did you do that?
It is very difficult, and I played one format of the game for a longer period of time, like what Virat and Rohit are going through now. Like I was going through when I was playing, like 2015, 16, 17. I was just playing Test cricket. So the drop in your focus and concentration goes down because the intensity drops. Very difficult to keep that same intensity what the international cricket is all about. But yeah, IPL again, as you brought that switch, how to switch into T20 format was a very tricky one because your bat speed is so much, and suddenly you're going playing Test cricket, you got to adjust that speed of the bat because you've gained those power hitting and long hours of range hitting. Yeah. So naturally it tends to speeden up your bat swing. So once you go to Test cricket and the ball moves, you need to have a shorter back lift. You need to understand where your back elbow sits. Yeah. So a lot of technical aspects come into play. Closer to your body, knowing your off stump. All these things come into play when you're playing Test cricket. T20, you can go from leg stump to outside off stump and whack a ball over square leg. But nowadays, youngsters are doing it in Test cricket. SSP Jaiswal is going down the leg, hitting one over square leg for Mitchell Stark to get 100. That's something special. Indians, I'm very proud.
And Rishabh as well.
Rishabh. Everybody has a uniqueness to approach that game. That is what is fantastic to watch.
So you changed it with changing your bat speeds, changing the bits and the setup.
I feel balance and stability is very important. Once you understand the balance and stability, and if you play the longer format, I feel the shorter format becomes easier. You feel like having more time. You won't take those hasty decisions under pressure like 3 dot balls, and you won't get rattled in your head. You know how to take the innings forward because you've played the longer format and you know the basics. So that helped me a lot. red ball cricket helped me a lot in white ball. I enjoyed myself. MS gave us beautiful roles to play.
What was your role?
Just go out there and score runs, or else you're dropped.
Drop on his head and bana le.
No, I'm just kidding. It's straightforward, right? When on that level you need to perform. I'm playing with Matthew Hayden, and that's an opportunity for me to rub shoulders with the Australian players who were bought that time by CSK. Murali Vijay was there. MS was there. So it was fun. Overall, domestic boys, 5 of us were there from Tamil Nadu.
I think the fantasy team, उस time पे something special was built and you were major part of it. You've seen that legacy built of CSK.
Correct.
What do you think, Paji? कैसे ये CSK की जो legacy बन पाई इतनी? It's one of the great teams now.
I feel it has a lot to do with the owners, right? Because the way they approach, the way they keep that atmosphere is very important. Like, for example, N. Srinivasan sir is a great ambassador for sport in India. He has done so much for us as Tamil Nadu, coming from Tamil Nadu and the Indian cricket. BCCI has been the president. So his way of approach was unique, and MS, when he came in and they both gelled together, I feel they both had the similar mindset to go about things. And sorry?
Which was that?
To go out there and enjoy the game, not too much think about the result, and if you fail, no problem, we still back you. That kind of puts the players in a comfortable situation to perform and go out there and try. Then, every match you come up and you say, okay, this is not happening. Why is it not happening? Why that player didn't play? Why? So there's so many doubts creeping when you have so many questions asked at a team or a core team, like the captain, the vice captain and the coach. No. So MS had that thing very sorted, right? He knows what he wants, and he was clear with his communication, and his body language set it up for all of us to follow. So yeah, it was fantastic to be part of that team. And imagine Matthew Hayden, myself, Badrinath, Raina, Suresh Raina, and MS, DJ Bravo. There are so many characters coming. And Makaya Antony was there. Oh, I enjoyed Makaya Antony. The best bro for me. He was just outrageous. His energy was infectious.
बहुत फिट है बराबर पहाड़ों के ऊपर
and I was my fitness partner. He used to come and knock me, man, and really used to hurt me because I feel Indian body is different, right, from the South Africans. South Africans are much more huge and built differently, and he used to come and knock, and I used to feel my shoulders were coming out, dude. Makai was outstanding, bro. Outstanding experience.
I can relate that. वो जो strength है. Graeme Smith was in our team, Rajasthan Royal. इतना उसके अलावा था ही. मैंने कहा भाई क्या खाता है? वो कहता नहीं.
Biltong.
Yeah, that thing, that raw meat. Yeah. तो बच्चा ये तेरी त्वचा का राज है भाई.
So IPL has definitely been a major part, I would say, in the way Indian cricket is, transform. Definitely fitness is one more thing which we are very particular and very specific about, fitness, and those things have joined, connected, and now it's coming to full reward. The youngsters have picked it up. They're more professional. They're more informative. They have a lot of information about how to go about fitness and focus and visualization, where we were doing it on our own. Now it is given to them in a platter, and they are really focused now.
But what was, I've seen one of the incidents, Dhoni Bhai talking to you about the role which you talked about for you as an opener. So role was, bhai 6 over mein 40 banane hain without giving a wicket.
No, he never said that. MS, as a captain, has always given me clear picture about how to go about things, assess the situation, and take the game on. Always put the team ahead of your own performances.
Okay.
So he never set targets. He generally gave an idea where 45 to 50 is okay for CSK to be there with 1 wicket or no loss.
Okay.
So more number of times we were able to do that because our opening partnerships were very good. Like myself, Hayden to start off with, and then Hasi joined. So there were some legends of the game who was playing alongside.
How was the environment, Paji, in the stadiums, was that CSK fans culture? How was it different to international cricket? इतना
definitely.
क्रेज तो नहीं था जितना CSK के fans ने. मैं देख रहा हूँ कि ट्रेन में they travel and go and watch all the games for CSK. What do you talk about that fan following in CSK?
I feel everywhere in India, especially IPL, even Punjab. I played for Punjab Kings, and unbelievable fan following. The way they used to come from long hours to watch that game and go. And bro, because of fans, we are all sitting and having a good life. So definitely fans are very important, integral part of our life, and CSK had that sea of fans, like because of MS Dhoni's aura and the way we played, the brand of cricket, the players in that particular team. As I told you, all the legends of the game were representing. And this is what the fans want, right? They want to see performances at that quality, and IPL just gave it in a platter to them, and we had never looked back from there. We were qualified for the first season, second season we qualified. I think we won 2010. We won 9 again. We qualified.
8 you lost to us only.
Yeah, Rajasthan Royals. We dropped the catch. I feel I did not been part of the season, but still I was watching that match. We dropped a crucial catch. Yusuf Pathan's, I think.
Yeah, in the starting, I think.
No, 17th or 18th over. Well,
Murali Vijay bowling or something. I don't know. He took it off. Maybe bhul gaya ho boode ho gaya.
Long, yeah, exactly. So, even I am gone older, bro.
No, I'm just kidding, but yeah. Okay, so but CSK ke, the winning titles, I think you've been the major part. One of the games, the finals, I think 2011 with RCB. RCB ko apne trophy nahi jeetne di. So 52 balls, 95. That inning. Was it in a different mindset before that?
Yeah, I was well prepared. I could feel that I'm going to do something on that particular day. I woke up fresh and I did my routine. Like I go to the pool, I do my breath work, and I go to the gym. I could feel like, right, when you do so many things during the day, evenings, some kind of feel comes inside you. And I was very good. And RCB, Virat Kohli, Vijay Mallya sir. So it's a brand on its own. And here we have this yellow jerseys waiting for the channel. That was a big day, bro, for all of us. And to pull off a win. And when Ashwin got Chris Gayle out, I still remember, no more than my knock, I feel, while bowling, Ashwin got Chris Gayle out. If Chris gets into that wicket, I know he could have got those quick runs.
That Gayle storm didn't come.
Oh, yeah.
But what makes, we won that final you guys won. Before that or after that, a lot of finals been won. MS Bhai's pep talk to the team, kuch different hoti hai us times mein?
Yeah, definitely. In the long season, right? IPL is like you play for 2.5 months, so you tend to lose your rhythm at some point as a team. So MS is that person who will try to, make sense to where we are heading. Like, he has his clear plans. If he assesses something early, he puts it across to the team. MS is professional, thorough professional. He knows, and he also gives you that breathing space to feel comfortable and perform. So that is MS. Fantastic. Can't ask for more. My captain.
And as a batter, आपकी हमेशा approach was traditional, extension of.
Right. I still believe in that.
वो पीछे वाले रैम शॉट्स या ये कुछ डिफरेंट शॉट्स और हेलीकॉप्टर कुछ ऐसा ट्राई किया, क्योंकि एज अ बैटर हम सब कुछ ही ट्राई करते हैं. अभी तो वी स्टार्टेड इन अकेडमीज आल्सो कि भाई 8-8 साल में रैम शॉट्स की प्रैक्टिस, रिवर्स की शॉट्स प्रैक्टिस हो रही है. Did you try those shots?
See, you should also see, I'm just giving a point of view. I've been watching cricket, right, for over a period of time. I've played this sport.
Yeah.
Now, practicing all these things, I feel when the wicket is challenging or it is a little, pacey or moving, what are these batsmen doing? Like, for example, the modern days, you're not only playing T20. What about the other formats? 50 overs there, and Test cricket is there. How are they performing at that level? Easy to play in T20. As I told you, if you can play Test cricket, you can play all the formats. But the way they're approaching, the risk factor in which the batsman is approaching is fantastic to watch. But if the form is not in your way, you're not going to follow that pattern, right? You need to, for example, Surya Kumar Yadav.
Yeah.
If he's not scored for 3-4 games, he knows that he needs to play traditional cricket, at least for 5 to 6 deliveries, play a conventional cover drive, get that form, get that feel going, and then get into your ramp.
Yeah.
When on a good day, you can go first ball, you can click it over square leg, but when you're getting a couple of ducks behind your back or, under pressure, playing for the country, there's so many people watching. That is unbelievable, bro. I feel there is a good and bad, but it's up to the individual to be chasing those consistent performances.
Nice. But did you try it? Practice?
It happened in the match. I don't know how. I never practiced, and suddenly I played this, suddenly I played that. I've spoken to AB de Villiers, one of the best cricketers in our time. I think he's a legend of the game. I've spoken to him. He said, I never practice all these shots in the net. It just happens to me in the match. The basics are so strong. He knows where the bowler is going to bowl. So I feel all the great batsmen have extra time, they say. I say they pick the ball early. They call it time because time is 0.2 seconds for us at that level, 140. But you tend to have this senses open up where you know what the cue of the bowler, what he's going to bowl, everything. If you watch in detail, you can actually focus and get things out before the ball is being delivered.
I think the days you're batting well, you're picking the ball early, right?
Everything, exactly. You when you're batting well, everything falls in a rhythm, right? You don't have to think. Your body is flowing and everything is magical. But when you're off, I think the basics will help you. Like when you're having an off day, when you're scratchy, when you're getting beaten, still you tighten your defense. That's what the modern day batsmen are not doing, I feel. They're just giving it up with playing another shot and risky shot and getting that wicket away.
Yeah.
Where we used to grind, like Virat Kohli. Even now, I came from a layoff of 6 months or something like that. We go to Australia, 2 ducks, and third match he got the flow.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable mindset he's had and experience. Everything comes into play. So yeah, it's magical to watch all these performers perform.
But as you were mentioning it before कि मैं सिर्फ टेस्ट खेलता था and then white ball. वो एक भाई मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जब आप रेगुलर क्रिकेट उस लेवल पे नहीं खेल रहे हो and then suddenly you come, वो स्टार्टिंग में होता है कि एक पैची सा स्टार्ट होता ही होता है कि यार क्योंकि उस इंटेंसिटी पे नहीं खेल रहे होते हो.
I feel you should when you're playing at that level, when you come down, you should have definite plans how to approach the sessions or just your game. Because you tend to question yourself too much. Domestic is more difficult than international, I feel at times. Our domestic cricket is very, very difficult to score because we had to have patience, you have to have temperament to score in domestic. When international, all the time people come and attack. So you, as a good batsman, solid batsman, you tend to, get those shots going. But in domestic, it's very difficult because the conditions are different. We start November, there will be steaming around and domestic is very difficult for me.
Yeah, वो हमें कहते थे भाई अगर तो तुम निकल गए ऊपर.
You should just jump fast. Yeah.
Either you jump or you are in that दलदल जैसे कि भाई ये कुछ.
That is so true. I feel so.
But IPL ने थोड़ा help किया है कि यार अभी जैसे scouts.
It has changed the dynamics of the way we think now. Now we are dominating literally. Virat Kohli, his time when he was captain, I remember he came to us and he was so particular about fitness. He's like, this is what we are going to go and this is what the level 17-1 is the level where we are trying to achieve as a team. Like we all bought to that idea and we really put an effort. And that is what the reward we got in Australia when we won this 2017-18 season in Australia and England. It is just about that person's energy to convince everybody. There is a roadmap and let's do it. MS is more of, giving you the free hand and giving you that experience to, perform.
Yeah.
So there are different ways to approach.
Nice. But any stories, any dressing room stories or secret which CSK fans don't know?
Bro, you know how the boys work. Those secrets cannot be spoken out in this open forum.
I get it. That's right.
Yeah, it's fun being a cricketer, right? It is a package. Like you only spend time with characters, and it is amazing, bro. It is just a magical journey.
But you played so much cricket for the country, for the state, then IPL, achieved so many brilliant milestones. Still, any regrets? कुछ लगता है यार मैं ये कर लेता उस टाइम पे या कुछ और कर सकता था or maybe the last part कि यार मैं ऐसे drop हुआ कुछ ऐसे regrets हैं?
Oh, definitely. I was going through. I could have played a little more longer. I could have given a comeback, and all these things were running in my head. But again, see, I'll tell you for all the fans and cricketers. See, Indian team is a calling, right? Once you get the calling from within, it is our responsibility and duty to pass it on in a very graceful manner. That is what I feel from within. Because you will go through rough times. You will be left out in the wilderness. There won't be any communication from anybody, but it is okay. End of the day, I feel there's somebody else working harder. And this is what I felt in my time of healing. There's somebody else is working harder and he has to go and represent the country, and it cannot be only my thought person. If you see, Mayank Agarwal came after me and he had a decent stint, and Shubman Gill got into the team, KL Rahul. So all of them are, growing and taking the team forward. So that made me, settle down with ease, I feel.
Yeah.
But you should let go of that, man. As a cricketer, it's very difficult. It won't leave us, but we got to find and navigate through that and find that peace.
Find a way to move on.
Move on and be peaceful about it. Whatever happened. Good or bad. That's what I'm at least thinking. Good or bad, you gave it all. I don't have regrets over my performances because I gave it all, and that's all I had in my tank, and I gave it all. But with the way I could have dealt with few situations, maybe that could have been better. But whatever it is, it is.
But then in now second innings that वो एक high होता है when you're playing for the country, playing for the IPL teams, that high of being in that situation, 60,000, 80,000 people watching you on the TV and everything. And then suddenly that second innings is a bit slower. It's more peaceful. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe more peace comes with scoring runs as well. But also being more peaceful at times. कोई intense, कोई शोर शराबा नहीं हो रहा. So how is that treating you, second innings?
Excuse. I feel I'm blessed. As I told you, to be honest, there's no other words to describe what I'm going through internally. I don't see it that way, second innings. And I see life as one phase. And I have finished whatever I love to do on the first teenage is very important for all of us. I put in all the work and gave it all from my side. With regards to fitness, with regards to being disciplined with your mindset, and keep working on the inner self of yourself, because that's very important. The voice which comes from within should be heard more than the noise around us. So I've gone through the circles of life. I'm sitting here with absolute blessing, and I've been blessed with 3 kids, me and Nikita. Wow. So we are having a peaceful time together. Things are good, and I my only focus from now, I want to tell everybody, is to dedicate my life to the youth. I want to be with them and make those differences and touch people's life. Wow. That is all I'm focusing on, and that is all is giving me that kind of happiness than whatever I've achieved. If I can go and help another person and make him feel better, or feel comfortable within his own skin, I think I am doing a great job.
Amazing. And I've heard your son plays cricket. How do you...
I need to tell this story, how we are having the show now. Because see, Niman is my first son, and he has picked up the sport, and he is very talented. So he one day came and he was playing these league games. He said he needs his gloves to get. So I was going to play golf, and I said, you go to a store and get your gloves. And he went up and he bought this beautiful pair of gloves. Wow. So I got back from the evening, and I wanted to go and bat. So I generally bat. Even now I bat. I love to practice. Wow. I love to go out there and feel at times. So he opened these gloves, and I wore those gloves. Brother, I felt those days when I used to bat with Bass Vampire and all these things. That feel came off. So then I asked Niman, he said, no, but there's a new brand, Versant, and that's how I messaged Versant saying I'm going for Abu Dhabi.
And I was waiting, I was coming to Chennai.
Okay,
so
wow.
I thought, Bhaji, I want to have a connect with Bhaji, and I want to ask if he can come and give it back to the game through our viewers. And then
this happened. It's amazing, right? How connections work. And absolute pleasure, brother. Good luck for you, for this brand to move forward and in your life.
Thank you so much, Bhaji. It means a lot.
You are amazing, and I know for sure you'll inspire people.
You are amazing, Bhaji, and you're very humble. I want to know, before you go, with your last few minutes, I want to know as a parent, because when Sachin Bhaji is there, then Arjun is always being compared. How are you as a parent? A lot of parents or kids who are in that situation when they are being compared, how do you say to your son that it's your journey?
You should be proud about it, because you can't change the reality. I feel that it is a blessing to be under the wings of a person who has done the same field and achieved. If you're born to him, yes, there are added pressure, the responsibility is more, maybe people look up to you, but you should enjoy that than left out in the open. Make use of those opportunities. If you really love that sport, give it all and see where it goes. I think Arjun Tendulkar is the right example for the youth, because the amount of pressure he would have gone through in his mind, and still consistently going out there and putting up a show. I think he's playing first class cricket for Goa.
Yeah, he's doing well.
And that's all matters, right? As a father, my son is putting that effort, man. That is what is going to give me happiness and joy than any material can give, right? As a parent, you want your son to be genuinely happy about the way he goes about his day.
Okay. Not about keep making that much impact?
Lifestyle, everything is, it's everybody sees nowadays. Now there's no poverty lane. I feel it's easy to go out there and earn your money if you're a little smart. Nowadays, I'm talking about future from now to next 10 years. I feel you can earn that money. Before it was very difficult. When I was growing up, I used to get around 1,000 rupees for my first monthly paycheck. That is how I started my career as a professional. Now it has gone multiple folds, and all you need to do is be fit. Like whatever I love to do, this is the best phase I feel the world is turned up to be. And whoever is young and vibrant, I think they should make use of this opportunity. Be disciplined, concentrate more on their fitness and mental aspect of training. Reach out to people who can help them out with how to go about certain things. Yeah, we're all there to do that.
Nice. But your dad felt it when you were playing certain cricket कि हाँ भाई कुछ है इसके अंदर, ये खेल जाएगा, कंट्री के लिए कुछ करेगा, तमिलनाडु के लिए कुछ करेगा. When you see your son, how do you feel it? How as a cricketer?
Yeah, that's again a very touchy discussion. I might be too early, but Tiger Woods, right? Tiger Woods is a golfer. His dad has spoken in one of those university level interviews where he's openly told what he feels about Tiger Woods and how he is going to make that impact in this world of golf.
Okay.
So that I think he has spoken for all the fathers who has given birth to a talented kid.
Okay.
Because I feel very emotional when I listen to when Tiger Woods' father speak about his son and the way he's going to change the game, like that confidence, in which he had in Tiger.
What is that?
Like he said, he's going to change the sport to a whole new level. Like, that's what the father has seen in Tiger. So similarly, I'm sitting here in front of you, blessed with that kid who is very talented, Nivan, and especially the third one, Mikhail. He is my third son, like he's a second son. He's also very talented and hits the ball well. So when you see the talent and the sound from the bat, you know that they have something. It is up to them to put in the work, and as I told you, universe has funny ways to work.
And if them listening to this, you were definitely setting a standard for them that they are gonna change the game. Does that add any pressure, and do you think they'll be able to manage it?
I think so. This game is so amazing, right? When you go out there in the middle, you don't think about all of it. You just feel one with nature and one with what is happening in front of you. So I want everybody, not even my son or your son, your daughter. I want all the kids to participate in some sport, because it might be cricket, it might be hockey, it might be badminton, it might be football. But they should involve themselves in a sport, because it is going to teach you life lessons where you can't get it anywhere else, because it will come within and it will stay forever. So sport is a way to go. Sport is way of life for me. Yeah.
But any messages for the coaches out there? मतलब अभी हमारे टाइम पे बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट होते थे कोच, या एक ही तरीके से ही कोचिंग का स्टाइल था. Now there are young coaches coming in. Now there are a lot of different style of coaching, training as well. But anything you think we can do better as coaches as well?
I feel I can talk to the cricketers, because coaching is everybody have a point of view. And from my gurus, as I told you, Bharat Tarun and Che and all these people, I sit and discuss about technique for a long period of hours. So they've told me, you don't coach, you be a mentor. So I got this blessing of mentor. I'm going to mentor the kids. I'm not going to coach the kids, because I don't believe in only technical aspect of life. I also believe that there is instincts and there is flow and there is rhythm to every act of life. And I want to touch base on the mental aspect as well. So my way of coaching or mentoring would be about how you train yourself mentally before you execute. Okay. What are the things you think? What are the feel you have within before even you go into bat? But from school cricket, if you be honest, like from school cricket till the experience I got, like to play for the country and represent, I had the same feeling. Nothing changed inside of me. The joy was multiple folds more.
Yeah.
So the sport is making me feel that more than I get that from within. The sport is making me, get into that level of purity in thought or in action. So I feel it's magical, and everybody should be in that ride. Play a decent sport in a decent level over a period of time. Good lifestyle. My son, actually, to be coming back to my son, I think he will do great in cricket and is gifted. And with you all supporting, I think he will do really well.
No, we will. Why not? But it's a common thing. A lot of cricketers have, which they'll question you, or they'll question all the legends of the game. Okay, how did you deal with the failures? Or a rough patch. Yeah, not performing, not getting enough wickets, not scoring enough runs. How to deal in that? वो situationों में क्या करना चाहिए?
You should just get away. Whatever I have understood and learned as a solution is to take your mind completely off the game, off the sport. Because once things are not going your way, you can't do much. The moment you try to get more desperate and want to perform, it is going to go further away from you. This is from the experience what I had personally and seeing my peers go through and coming back to form. They've all gone through this phase of relaxation, and they tend to relax from what they are doing and go a little more deeper within and give yourself more time. I feel another way to come out of form is to play level down.
Achha.
Like you go and play club matches.
Okay.
And because end of the day, our mind wants that runs behind you. So when you keep on scoring those runs, I think automatically you'll touch base on that instincts and confidence comes back. Okay. So you need to level yourself a little down. Don't play in the same level. Like if you're playing, I'm playing for Ranji Trophy, I'm not scoring well. Come to league cricket, try all these things. And then, you might get into form faster than hurrying yourself and trying out different things.
Amazing. Great.
Yeah.
But there's been एक चीज हमारी tagline है Versand में भी, which I believe as well as not competing with others. It's your inner self. अपने starting में बोला कि I was dealing, मेरे को अंदर क्या और कर सकता हूँ. So is any one story of or one incident where it was actually about you versus you? कि यार मैं अपने आप से ही लड़ रहा था. It was not about the guy next in the team or that bowler bowling to me.
I think it's an everyday process.
Okay.
Sometimes it is profound, like what are we doing here in this world? Like for me, it all boils down to that. What are we doing actually in this world?
Very true.
Like cricket is just one phase of my life, which is I'm blessed to see that and pursue it. But that is not going to define the human being I am going to become or I am. So there's going to be constant change. There's going to be constant, my own mindset might be different the next minute. So there's a lot of things happen internally within all of us. Yeah. So I feel we should be united. If at all I want to give back in this podcast through you to everybody is to feel proud that we are all Indians. That is going to help a lot of people, lot of things going forward. It'll ease out a lot of things and we'll have great time together as a country.
Yeah.
And the next thing is help each other. Like, there are people struggling. I can see now, as you said, I'm off cricket and able to connect with so many different societies and communities. I feel there's so many people should join hands to help. There's not going to be an instant remedy, but definite change is there where we need to, guide them and help them around. If you are settled down within yourself, our job, I feel, is to go out there and, make others find that comfort. So that is what is driving me off late. And I'm trying to do it consistently to understand myself and how people work. So I love this mental aspect of the game, bro.
Class.
Yeah.
Thanks. I think that is more important. I'm starting with that technique is 30%, 70% is the mental aspect.
I feel 90 to 95% is mental.
Once you achieve a level.
Yeah, if you sit back and if you discuss, if we both think about batting, you said I tried so many things and I should not have tried. I said I've been approached by coaches which should not be, I should not be hearing before the. So we have come across all these factors, which is hard, but we are so powerful that we can navigate through that. If you are so strong internally and your willpower is so strong, I think somehow the Almighty aligns you to the right direction.
Class, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, quickly now we're going to go to the rapid fire and then I'm going to have your all-time best to test 11.
I have not done this for Geo Star Sports.
You have to do it for
Taruwar Kohli, yes.
Thank you so much, buddy. Okay, rapid fire first. So, first one is the all-time great India's test captain.
All-time great India's test captain, Kapil Dev.
Okay. All-time great ODI captain?
MS Dhoni.
T20?
MS.
All-time great fast bowler for India? All formats?
All formats. Zair Khan.
All-time great batter for the country?
Sachin Tendulkar.
The best chaser in white ball cricket? Finisher?
Virat Kohli.
Virat.
Actually, I like UEPA.
And Dhoni.
UEPA had a lot of matches under pressure. MS, but Virat man. Because I played along with him, I saw his drive, and he could calculate well while chasing.
Yeah. Okay, what one word comes into your mind for these 5 players? Rohit Sharma,
Class,
Jasprit Bumrah,
legend,
MS Dhoni,
icon,
Shubman Gill,
pure class.
Kapil Dev.
Oh, no, I don't have the age or the wisdom to describe Kapil Paji. I think he's a symbol for all of us.
Nice. Yeah, I think now
Almost.
the rapid fire is done. We're just touching about what do you think are the 3 young cricketers who you think are gonna make it that big?
Yeah.
You wanna name
At the
3?
moment,
Yeah, current team.
I feel Priyansh Haria, left-hander from
Yeah, Delhi.
Punjab or Delhi. Yeah, he's unbelievable talent, bro. He's smooth. Sorry, man. I feel Priyansh Haria, of course, Suryavamsi, Vaibhav. I think if I am the selector, I would give him now. He can create an impact.
Wow.
He is super talented. The striking ability is phenomenal, and he can play for India for a long time. My heart really wants Prithvi Shaw to give a comeback.
So you still rate him that?
Oh, bro, he is pure class. Prithvi Shaw, and what a guy.
Amazing.
In my heart, I want Prithvi to give a comeback, and I think he will give a comeback
Nice.
at some point.
Okay. But now talking about women's cricket, that World Cup, how much that changes?
First of all, I want to congratulate all the participants in this tournament. They have been true champions. Harmanpreet, that iconic catch, it'll stay in our heart forever. You hitched it like MS Dhoni's last ball 6, and your catch will be always remembered. Smriti Mandhana's performance was phenomenal. The way she played with grace and touch. And I like Richa, the keeper. She is phenomenal, bro. And she has a bright future, and she's very calm for her age. But Deepti Sharma is my man of the match of the final. Player of the final, Deepti. She was phenomenal with the bad composure, and the way she handled pressure was phenomenal to watch. Even I enjoyed South African captain, the way she batted under pressure. Yeah. Single-handedly, she took the match. It was a great match to watch, and finally India winning the trophy is an emotional thing for all of us, because girls have really worked hard over a period of time. I've been crisscrossing their paths here and there, but I have huge respect for Harman and great fan of her. All of them. The way Jemima played was fantastic, out of her skin. She pulled off the brilliance in semi-finals. It was all on the fast bowlers and the spinners. Bro, we worked hard to get the trophy. So I'm really proud, and I'm not surprised. And think they are going to dominate for a long, long time.
And what changes that culture for women's cricket? We've seen mostly 80% has been, everyone has been focusing more of it. But now what changes that for women's cricket?
I think if you see Australia or West Indies and New Zealand girls, they come up with more power, and they are very strong. But we see Indian girls, we are more skill based. We actually control the game. We have the flair, like Harmanpreet's batting is phenomenal. She can, I think, tong the fast bowlers if she wants to, because she has a brilliant bat swing. I think Punjab is gifted with bat swing, man. Yuvraj Singh, now Shubman Gill, now Harmanpreet. Yeah. So they all have this natural flair where all the batsmen want to do that. Yeah. So they have it. I think sky is the limit. I think BCCI is backing all of us. Yeah. So it is up to the cricketers to be fit and be professional and enjoy this beautiful phase of whatever happening around us. Because the crazy things happening one side, my heart is real. I want to finish off with this. My heart, actually, if you see around the world, there are a lot of destruction happening. Okay, at one side of my heart says, just go and enjoy. Don't think about anything. Everybody should enjoy their life. At times I feel there's only 10 or 15 years left for us, because that's how the pressure from outside is. But one side is like, no, there is more faith, and there's no belief in human mindset that we can become better, and we can have place for everybody to be peaceful. So hopefully, these are all my dreams, and hopefully, if it happens, I'll be happy.
Amazing, buddy. But before you go, I know Bhabhi is also calling you. Top best all-time great Test 11
Okay.
openers.
Openers.
Picking yourself.
No, never. Virendra Sehwag and Matthew Hayden.
Now?
But 3, Ricky Ponting,
4,
Sachin Tendulkar.
5,
I'll add Virat Kohli,
6,
MS Dhoni.
7.
These are all very random. Huh?
Yeah.
Don't take it seriously. 7 is just now. 7, I'll have Kapil Dev.
8.
Imran Khan. I like all-rounders.
9. You're making it good team there.
9, Courtney Ambrose.
10.
I'll have Malcolm Marshall.
11.
11, I'll have Jasprit Bumrah. No spinners.
So you're, wow. No, you're playing
abroad.
And 12th man, are you going to be the 12th man then?
I will definitely be a 12th man for this team.
Amazing, Bhaji. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, brother. Good luck to you.
You're the GOAT of Indian cricket.
Oh, Abba. Thank you for this gift. This is very important at this moment. Absolute pleasure catching up with you.
Thank you so much, Bhaji. Thank you so much.
Good luck to everybody. More to life. Love to all.
Thank you for watching this show till the end. I think there's a lot of learnings for us as a cricketer, as a coach, or as a parent. We do this for you guys so that you don't struggle or you don't find it difficult to do the changes which you need as a cricketer technically and the mental aspect of the game. So I hope you guys learned it. Anything you want me to improve on as a podcaster, just write it down. Any special guest you want to come on our podcast, do mention it in the comment section. And any one thing which you really loved, enjoyed or learned and you think this can help any viewer, any cricketer out there, just share it to them. And please like, share and subscribe my channel.